Hello, this is Sunday's News. Thanks for joining us. In this edition, Foundation to host medical fundraiser. PNG Tats Federation launches 5-year plan, and Trukai Fun Run returns in full spirit. Prime Minister James Marape left for Fiji today to attend the annual Melanesian Spearhead Group or MSG Leaders Summit, reaffirming Papua New Guinea's continued leadership and commitment to Melanesian solidarity, diplomacy and cooperation. This year's summit, chaired by Fiji, brings together leaders from the MSG member countries, Papua New Guinea, Fiji, Solomon Islands, Vanuatu, and the Kanak and Socialist National Liberation Front of New Caledonia to discuss a range of shared priorities, including climate action, trade, regional security, and decolonization efforts. MSG was established in 1986 to strengthen political, economic, and cultural ties among Melanesian nations. It has since become a key platform for collaboration on trade, sustainable development, regional diplomacy, and cultural identity. Marape is scheduled to return tomorrow evening, 23rd June, following the conclusion of the meeting. A large crowd turned out yesterday at Sir Hubert Murray Stadium to witness the vibrant India Day celebrations, the final chapter of the Asian Story, hosted under the Amazing Port Moresby Asian Story and Pacific Story series.
The event was led by the Governor of the National Capital District, Powes Pakop, and brought together members of the Indian community, local residents, and performers in a cultural display of unity and friendship.
It's not been an easy journey, but we are deeply appreciative of your support and your continued collaboration with us, partnering us in so many areas, in education, in health, in business, in investment, in so many sectors. On behalf of our city, on behalf of our people, I want to express our deepest appreciation.
More than 20 performances filled the evening with traditional and contemporary Indian music, dance and fusion acts. The program began with a formal welcome by the MC and the ceremonial lighting of the lamp, a traditional symbol of peace and knowledge.
India, for most of us, is our first mother, where we were all born, got educated, and came to Papua New Guinea. And Papua New Guinea became our second mother, second home, where we work and we have spent most time of our lives. But for the second generation of our kids, this is a total different story. You see all the three MCs there. They were all raised here, they went to school here, and today not only them, at least there are 10 different kids of second generation who are here, who have come here to be with us to attend these celebrations.
I extend my warmest congratulations to the government and people of Papua New Guinea on this momentous occasion. 50 years of independence is a significant milestone, a time to celebrate and look ahead with renewed hope and confidence. India joins you in this celebration and we wish Papua New Guinea continued peace, progress and prosperity in years to come.
Audiences were treated to classical Indian dances such as Bharatanatyam, Kuchipudi, Kathak, and Lavani, followed by expressive folk dances including Bihu from Assam, Guma from Rajasthan, Gaba from Gujarat, and Gida, a Punjabi women's dance. Modern segments like the Bollywood live instrumental medley, Tamil pop, and the Bollywood dance workshop engaged the audience and added energy to the atmosphere. A standout moment was the musical fusion performance featuring Jila Naka Pahaka and Sanam Ray. blending PNG and Indian rhythms in a symbolic act of cross-cultural unity. A special commemorative anthem titled Future for Our Children was performed to mark Papua New Guinea's 50th year of independence. The program concluded with a high-energy curtain call featuring a Bollywood, hip-hop, Tapori fusion group Farewell. Freddie Mo, TV1 News.
The Sri Lanka PNG Friendship Foundation is combining culture and passion to light up lives, literally. A musical extravaganza headlined by international sensation Yohani and Band Infinity alongside PNG's own Rigyal is set to take place on July 5th, 2025. But beyond the music lies a mission to restore sight through life-changing eye corneal transplants.
The Sri Lanka PNG Friendship Foundation is staging a musical extravaganza on July 5th in Port Moresby, a star-studded event featuring internationally acclaimed Sri Lankan singer Yohani, her band Infinity, and PNG's very own Rigyal. The fundraiser aims to support Papua New Guinea's healthcare system, specifically to fund eye cornea transplants and other critical medical needs.
The communities of Papua New Guinea with eye cornea transplant, assisting them with free eye cornea transplant. Actually, they have done, the Sri Lanka Friendship Foundation has done more than 50 eye cornea transplants in the country. So it is a significant thing when we are going to celebrate the PNG's 50-year celebrations.
The proceeds will go towards restoring the eyesight of at least 10 Papua New Guineans annually, a mission the Sri Lanka PNG Friendship Foundation has supported since the 1980s. The foundation partners with the Sri Lanka Eye Donation Society, a non-profit organization that supplies human corneal tissue globally. Since PNG's first transplant in 1990, the program has restored vision to around 50 people at no cost to patients.
The Human Eye Cornea program in Papua New Guinea began in the late 1980s when Dr. Lalit Pereira, a Sri Lankan doctor working at the Port Moresby General Hospital, explored the possibility of transplanting human eye corneas. The actual donation process is organized by the Sri Lanka Eye Donation Society, a non-profit organization that has been providing human cornea and tissue to those in need, both within Sri Lanka and internationally, since 1961.
Cornea transplants require intricate international coordination. After donor consent in Sri Lanka, corneas are extracted, preserved, and shipped under strict temperature control. Upon arrival, Port Moresby General Hospital's Center for Eye Health prepares and performs the surgeries.
This is not very complicated complex as a surgery, but it can get complicated in terms of the post-op part. That's why even Anthony was saying how you take care of that after surgery is very important.
Each procedure demands skilled surgical teams, advanced instruments, and collaboration between logistics partners like Air New Guinea and customs services to ensure swift delivery and safe handling of live donor tissue. The foundation not only restores sight, but hope, especially for those suffering from blindness caused by trauma or disease. As Papua New Guinea marks its 50th year of independence, the foundation's mission ties closely to the vision of a healthy, independent nation. Organizers are calling on business houses and the public to support this effort by attending the musical extravaganza or donating directly. A ticket to the concert could mean a second chance to see, literally. Maricela Kelaton, TV1 News.
The PNG Forest Authority has been given the authority to venture into commercial forestry through its business arm, PNG-DY Holding Limited. The PNG FA signed a memorandum of understanding with the Departments of International Trade and Investment and PNGDY Holdings Limited on Friday. The MOU enables the establishment and development of the pilot Integrated Forestry Special Economic Zone. The MOU seals 4 activities, which include downstream processing, forest plantation, development. The setup of Forest Industries Park is in 4 strategic provinces, and carbon offsets projects to be undertaken under thorough process. PNG Forestry Authority John Mosoro said the signing is a key achievement, paving the way for all raw products to be processed onshore and exported overseas. Mosoro said the DITI plays a key role in building bridges to assist PNG-FA secure markets for downstream processing of wood products. TVWAN News continues after the break. Stay with us. Thanks for staying with us. Hundreds of residents gathered at dawn yesterday to celebrate the 11th International Day of Yoga at Ella Beach. The event, held under the global theme Yoga for One, One Earth, One Health, promoted unity, strength and community wellness.
Ella Beach came alive at sunrise yesterday as participants from all walks of life joined in the 11th International Day of Yoga celebration. Led by Fazila Bazari, founder and director of the Active City Development Program, the morning began with a serene guided meditation followed by a full yoga session based on the common yoga protocol. The event's message of global health and harmony was echoed in special remarks by India's acting High Commissioner to PNG, Mukesh Kumar Ambassador, and chief guest Powes Pakop. They highlighted saying yoga was India's gift to the world and a bridge for peace, and encouraged citizens to embrace active and healthy lifestyles. The event featured a powerful yoga demonstration symbolizing movement, resilience, and inner strength. The Active City Development Program thanked the many communities, guests, diplomatic representatives, and partners who contributed to making the day a celebration of wellness and unity. The celebration may be over, but the movement continues. Anyone can join free community yoga every Saturday at Southside Fitness Center and stay connected in the spirit of health and harmony. Freddie Mo, TV1 News.
Turning abroad, New Zealand has halted funding to the Cook Islands over what is considered the small Pacific nation's deepening ties with China. While the Cook Islands is a self-governing country, New Zealand remains its largest funder and has paused $16.9 million in funding to its former colony for development assistance this financial year. A spokesperson for New Zealand's Foreign Minister Winston Peters said funding was paused for the 2025 to 2026 financial year because the island nation did not consult New Zealand before signing recent agreements with China. New Zealand provided more than $179 million to the Cook Islands over the past 3 years through its development program, according to the government figures. The Australian capital, Canberra, can be a lonely place with transient workers, leaving young adults, particularly without a strong social network. People are turning to social clubs as a popular option for those seeking community connection.
Canberra isn't known for its hustle and bustle.
All I heard was it's very boring. That's all I knew.
So when Kinneret Pazaka moved from India to the city of less than 500,000 people, its calm came as a shock to the system.
You can just look at this garden, and if it was Mumbai, there would be people sitting everywhere.
But it was the feeling of knowing nobody that hit her harder.
I think the first 2 months were quite lonely. Yeah, because you don't really make friends immediately. It can feel a little bit embarrassing in the start of like, oh, do you want to hang out with me, or do you want to... So I think the first push is always really hard.
Others craving connection in the capital tell a similar story.
Been here for 5 years. I can't say I've got a solid group of girls or friends where I'm gonna go out for a coffee or something. So yeah, it is a struggle building that connection.
1 in 4 Australians experience persistent loneliness. Among young people, it's 2 in 5, a rate experts believe is increasing.
So loneliness is this emotion, the feeling inside you, and people can describe it as maybe a feeling of being just empty. Loneliness is a crisis. So I had that drummed into me really early on, and it's true that feeling of being lonely can be overwhelming.
Some are combating the issue head on. The Girls Club Canberra founders started the group earlier this year as a way to make friends through exercise. 20 women showed up the first week, then 40 the week after, and 80 the next.
I was definitely nervous at the start, but within 5 minutes I started talking with some beautiful girls, and I have formed some really beautiful friendships from that.
In the last walk, I met 2 women who are really different from me, but also really similar. So we formed a book club, and we just finished with our first book.
Many have struggled to simply find friends who don't leave the city.
I made friends and then went away, and I was like, what do I do? I'm just, with my loneliness sitting in my house, what do I do?
There are a lot of people in the same boat, a lot of transient people moving through. And sometimes that's how you make connections, is that you recognise, oh, there's a group of people who are like me. I can connect with them on that. But also it can mean that there's a bunch of people out there who are all feeling adrift and alone.
Ironically, it's a state that's brought these women together.
You realize that you need to break out of whatever a shell that you are in, of these labels of introvert, extrovert, and you need to make the first move and do it if you really want to.
Taking steps in the right direction.
And that ends the news segment. Sports is next. Stay tuned. Thanks for staying with us. In sports, PNG Tats Federation has launched its 5-year development plan 2025 to 2030 yesterday at Taurama Aquatic Centre in Port Moresby. This was the first time the Tats Federation has launched its development plan. PNG Tats Federation has defined itself a clear path with the launch of 5-year development plan yesterday, something the Federation has never done for decades. Incorporated in the 5-year development plan are vision and mission of the Federation. The newly elected executives of the Federation, led by President Stephen Quimp, are committed to achieve the objectives outlined in the 5-year development plan. Quimp said, "The major focus now in the 5-year plan is the development of Tats football in the country." He said under his leadership, the TFPNG will be working closely with the provinces throughout the country to promote the sport. President Feather said, One of the things that has been overlooked most of the times is supporting and equipping technical officials. He said they have captured this area in the plan and will empower the technical officials so that the sport is well promoted throughout the country. Newly elected Technical Director Billy Mitau is grateful that technical officials are finally considered. He said they play a crucial role to the development of the game, and with TFPNG's support, his team can do their best to support the growth of Tats football. With this launch, the PNG Tats Federation is anticipating positive growth and development of the sport as the executives vowed to work hand in hand toward achieving the objectives outlined in the 2025 to 2030 Strategic Development Plan. The annual Trukai Fun Run program for Port Moresby was held this morning. The run started at the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium to the APEC House and returned to the stadium to end. Schools, athletes and general city residents participate in the momentous event and showed support to PNG athletes ahead of the Mini Pacific Games in Palau next month. Trukai Fun Run was again a resounding success, with Port Moresby residents taking to the streets in their Trukai Fun Run t-shirts. Amongst the participants at the event were schools, IBSU, Sogari School of Excellence and Gerehu Secondary School. NTD Governor Paul Pakop, members of PNG Defence Force, PNG National representative athletes and expatriates were present to show support. The event was highlighted with the participation of children. They joined their parents and siblings in this significant occasion. Pakop said, "This event shows the support Port Moresby City has for its national athletes." He urged the athletes to do themselves and their supporters proud at the international tournaments.
We all doing our best to support them, and they should go out there and push themselves to go as far as they can. Do their best. We'll always be proud of them, but it's both their personal journey, but also carrying the flag of Papua New Guinea, this 50th anniversary. I hope they can go there and come back with a good record for PNG.
The NTD governor further expressed pride that the event witnessed a massive turnout. He said it's a good show of support for the national athletes and the program.
It's a great turnout. Getting people to come out there early in the morning is not easy. But this morning we had a lot of people turning up, young and old, from different corporate organizations, and I want to thank all the corporates for supporting our team. But schools also turn up. Gerehu Secondary School, Sogari National High School, School of Excellence also turn up. So, very good cross-section of our community turning up this morning. So, plus to everyone. I'm very pleased as governor. Yeah.
The Port Moresby Fun Run Organizing Committee expressed gratitude to Trukai Industries for its continued support for Team PNG. They also expressed gratitude to the NCDC and corporate sponsors and stakeholders for supporting the program. Meanwhile, other centers in the country also conducted their fun run today. After a long break, the Alatau Trukai Fun Run returned in full spirit, despite the territorial downpour. Organizer Noah Taugaloidi said the weather didn't stop the participants.
More than 100 determined participants took to the streets of Alotau in this morning's Trukai Fun Run, the first event in 9 years. The runners braved relentless rain as they made their way from Alice Vedega Park to Goilanai and back. Crossing the finish line first was Charlie Roy from Rabaraba, completing the course under police escort, soaked but triumphant. Organizer Noah Taugaloidi says the weather didn't dampen the community's enthusiasm. Taugaloidi says the positive response is encouraging and he hopes for an even bigger and better event next year. This year's run may have been wet, but for Alotau, it was a triumphant and spirited comeback. 7,000 kina was raised from the sales of 500 fun run T-sets. Freddie Mo, TV1 Sports.
That's it for sports. Now the weather forecast. In regional forecast, southern Port Moresby, partly cloudy to clear skies. Momase, Ley, cloudy periods with squally rain showers overnight. Nigini Islands, Kokopo, Rabaul and Buka, partly cloudy with overnight showers, rain drizzles and possible thunderstorms. And Highlands region, Mandi, Tari and Wabeg, occasional heavy shower rain and thunderstorms, then morning fog. And that ends the news tonight. Have a top week ahead. Good night.